Thanks, Jesse.
Oh, no worries. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I firstly want to importantly acknowledge that we are on Larrakia country, and we continue to be so fortunate each and every day to wake up on such beautiful country and continue those working relationships with the Larrakia Nation, but with all the First Nations groups from right across the Northern Territory. As Auntie Dorothy said, this morning is an important morning, not only at the cenotaph here in Darwin, but here on the wharf, to remember the lives that were lost some 80 years ago when those tragic events happened right here in Darwin. It's important to acknowledge that it wasn't just soldiers that lost their lives. It was wharfies, it was workers. They were the family members of people here in Darwin. It's important that we need to continue to acknowledge those. We need to continue to invest in that important part of our heritage. And I'm very much looking forward, as the Northern Territory Heritage Minister, to continue to work with Dorothy around how we can continue to honour and pay that respect to those wharfies that absolutely deserve to be acknowledged, much more than they have been right here, right now. That is an important volume of work that we have to do, and I'm absolutely looking forward to working with you, Dorothy, on making sure that we can honour and respect that much more than we have been doing. It is important to acknowledge the work that our wharfies and the MUA, the CFMEU, and all our other union comrades that are here today continue to do in this space, protecting people, looking after the workers, looking after the rights of workers, their families, and our community. So on behalf of the Northern Territory Labor Government, it's an absolute honour and privilege to be here today at this important event to acknowledge our fallen comrades and to make sure that we can continue investing in this important story for generations to come. Thank you.
Thank you, Jim. David Hayes, we all know Mr. Straubs from the ETU, and talking for Unions MT. Thanks.
Okay, thanks Andy, thanks everyone. And I just want to acknowledge as well that we meet on Larrakia land here today and pay our respects to their elders past, present and emerging. This year being the 80th anniversary, we'd like to do something a little bit different. I don't think it's been done for quite a while. We want to mention every name that's on that plaque, on those plaques, and just acknowledge the sacrifice they made so many years ago when these people were just turning up for work that day, and their whole lives and their families' lives changed with the tragedy that occurred on that day. So just going to, with no further ado, I'm just going to go through the names. I'd like everyone just to listen and think about those people and their families. Okay, the waterside workers who lost their lives. G. Brown, F.A. Chavez, R. Canahan, E. Hodges, A. DeJulia, S. Dove, Dominic, Erickson, H. Gable, C.B. Giles, R.J. Gless, G. Dangerfield, J. Hines, W. Marr, A. Mullins, F. Oliver, L. Ray, J. V. Sundstrom, B. Schilling, E. Shawes, C. Spain, A. Byers, and Jean Ruck Cubillo. And the seafarers that were working on that day. On the Neptuna, Chan Cow, Chan Soy, Cheng Chai, Chow Kwong, Chow Mai, Cecil Cross, John Foreman, Fu Woon, Fu Chung, Robert Davidson, Thomas Fowler, Fung Xing, John Gillies, Hon Fong, Hung Song, Kwok Chow, Lam Pho, Lam Man, Lam Pew, Lee Liao, Liam Cam, Lo Can, William Mitchie, Eric Pollard, Jack Rosson, Robert Stobo, Reginald Veal, Noel Wilson, Wong Cheong, Wong Lin, Wong Ling, Wong Mi, Wong Sang, Wong Tak, Wong Tit, Wong Yi. On the Sealandia, Jason Masson, Patrick O'Connell. HMAS Manunda, Richard Smith, John Holmes, Robert Thom, Alexander Connell, Michael Kane, Harold Humphrey, and William Spinney. On the British motorist, Gilbert Bates, J.H. Webster, and on the Portmar, Tom Tyrrell. So all those people lost their lives today 80 years ago, doing their work, doing their day's work when our country was invaded. So the sacrifice that they've given and the many others that died on that day, we remember that today, and there's descendants of those families here today, in respect to all of you, and respect to your family members who died on that day. So we'll just think about that for a couple of minutes, and the siren will sound at 9:58.
Following the siren, Ryan Manning Jr. will play the last post. We'll have a minute's silence, then he'll finish it off, and then we'll lay the flowers. So thank you. We've got 2 minutes, and the siren will go off. Thanks. Anyone else want to get up and say any words? Feel free. No problem.
Yeah, I just want to acknowledge
Yes.
some of the old Wolfies that are sitting here in front of me.
Yes.
Some of my father's mates. My old man was a secretary down here at the fort for a long time. Dorothy Fox, obviously, his father passed away here on 80 years ago. You might wonder why I play the last post here. It's obviously it's with the last post is something that's synonymous with the military, but I do it out of respect for all those people that died, and I do it primarily because I think it's a solemn piece of music, and at a time, especially 80 years, and I've been doing this for a long time now. My father was instrumental in ensuring that this ceremony took place when they moved over to the new fort over there, but it needed to happen here. So I want to acknowledge the work that Andy and the union and Thomas Mayer have done, and also people like Dorothy Fox keeping this going. It's really important that we remember our history and we remember the price it was paid. Thank you.
Thank you, Simon. Everyone's welcome to come into Fusion. There's coffee and refreshments for everybody. Pretty good. Alright, get some flowers here for if you want to help yourself, if you want to try.
you in after.